Hello, my crafty friends. Welcome to Your Next Stamp's September release. It's very exciting because Your Next Stamp also has a brand new website that is live today, and everything that I'm going to show you in this new release video is also available as of today. All week, the design team have been sharing sneak peeks of this new release. They've done an amazing job. I am so honored to be a part of this team amidst such amazing talent. And today I'm going to do a walkthrough of everything that is being released today. We're going to start with the stamps and dies, and I've got them again organized by size. So the smaller sets first, the balloon bouquet. So cute. And this happy birthday with the birthday banner, I first thought it would be really cute done in different colors. There is the confetti. I mean, balloons are good for any kind of a celebration, not just birthdays. There are coordinating dies also available, and you can see that they even cut in between the strings of the balloons. I love that about Your Next Stamp dies. So it also cuts the happy and the little streamer. So you can have lots of fun with that set. There is the confetti circle die and the star circle frames. Now I do have them packaged together here. So here are the star circle frames and here is the confetti circle die. Both of these are different. They don't cut out a shape, they cut into your cardstock. And I just made some quick die cuts to show you what they look like. So for the circle, here it is cut out of white cardstock. So you can see through it. It die cuts the pretty stitched line and all the confetti. All of these little follow-away pieces, you can save those and use them in shakers. So you can add this to a card. You could, if you like making slimlines, you could probably fit 3 down the front of a slimline card. And you could also use a stitched die or a scalloped die to cut this out as a circle and then use it as an embellishment. So that is the confetti circle die and the star circle frames. This is what it looks like. Let me grab this brown again. So you can see it cuts those out. This is the smaller one of the two. And mine is all yellow because I used it on a card, and I have some finished cards to show you at the end of the video. And I used it not only on the card as intended by cutting it into the card, I then cut it again from a scrap of white so I can use it as a stencil. And this stencil I will just keep in with in my little envelope with the dies. Next up we have Slam Dunk, a fun set for any basketball lover. The sentiments are, this calls for a slam dunk. Hoopy birthday. Congrats. May all your swishes come true. And of course there is a coordinating die also available. Soccer Fun is another new set. I actually used this set as for one of my sneak peeks, and I will share the finished card at the end of the video. So the sentiments are, I get a kick out of you, thanks coach, and score, it's your birthday. His little tongue sticking out. I love the character in the Your Next Stamp images. They're just so much fun. And the final smaller set being released today is Wheelie Fun. I hope you have a wheelie happy birthday. Just roll with it. You've got this. It's your day. You're really great. I have some ideas for this one. I can't wait to play with it. And again, the little bear's got his tongue sticking out, and there is a coordinating die available. And I'm not sure if I mentioned on this one, but there is also a coordinating die, and I had cut an extra one here and wanted to show you that it cuts out the inside pieces too. So it cuts out that little area in between the foot and the soccer ball. The die cuts between the leg and the mane, and this little area here, it also cuts that out. So there's a lot of thought goes into the Your Next Stamp dies, and I really appreciate that it's not just a quick outline around the outside. Now we're into the next size of stamps, Birthday Nomies. I have a card to share at the end of the video with this as well. So lots of fun party gnomes, birthday gnomes. Sentiments, hey Nomi, it's party time. Have a sweet day, which of course works so well with the cupcakes and the cakes, and they have little gnome hats for candles. Make some noise. There's no one like you. And happy birthday. And this is a set that I did use for a sneak peek, and I'll share that card at the end of the video. And there are coordinating dies also available. You can see the one with the balloon. It cuts out that little area between the balloon and the strings. And it even has the dies to cut the little flowers out. So you can use those for lots of embellishments. Oh, they're little candle hats. They just crack me up. So birthday gnomes. Next up is Make-A-Wish wrapping paper. This is a really fun one. This panel is slightly smaller than A2 and there's so many different things you can do with it. I think you'll be really impressed when you see what the design team has done with it. The Make-A-Wish is such a nice bold sentiment. It stamps beautifully in color, and also because of the thickness of the font, it's beautiful heat embossed. So I have a finished card to show you at the end of the video, as well as some different samples made using this Mini Slim Sprinkles. This is another really fun die. I'm so excited to have another mini slimline die. It fits the front of a mini slimline card that is sized 3 1/4 by 6 1/4, and that fits in a number 8 envelope or 6 3/4 inch envelope. Or of course you can make your own envelopes. But it cuts all these confetti pieces as well as the window. Lots of fun. I have a finished card to show you, and I know the design team has used that as well. Next up is Wild Birthday. This is a chock full stamp set with really fun critters. They can be holding balloons, they can be wearing party hats, they can be juggling presents. There is so much in this stamp set. It's going to be lots of fun to play with. The sentiments are, you are so sweet, and the sweet can be colored in with markers as well as surprise. Hope you have a wild birthday. Let's get wild. Wishing you plenty of special treats, love, and happiness as you celebrate your birthday. So a sentiment that you can use on other cards as well that don't include the animals. And you can also add some of the candy, the cake, the lollipops to that card as well. There is a coordinating die set available. I have added mine to a magnetic sheet. Cute birthday tags is next. There was a Christmas set called Cute Holiday Tags. And the coordinating dies from that set work with this one as well. So lots of fun coloring opportunities for this, and I love that there are lines. I write uphill. It doesn't matter how hard I try. I tend to write uphill. So I do like it when there's lines to add. And the design team has made some really fun projects with this set. Crafty cocktails. How fun is this one? This little line presenting the margarita with the flower and the heart, the fun, happy face. This is just going to be so much fun. And again, there's been some really fun samples already shared with it. The sentiments are, the outlook is rosé. When life gives you limes, garnish your margarita. Girls just want to have rum. We all need a Riesling to be cheerful. So such a fun set for a wine drinker or just any humorous cards. And there are coordinating dies also available. I was really excited about this one, and I've already made a couple of cards with it and been blown away by some of the samples that the design team has made with it as well. Birthday greetings. So nice, bold sentiments that work inside your card, outside your card. They can be a focal point. You can use them with other images. Sentiments are birthday queen and birthday king. Celebration begins. Happy birthday to you. Party time. Happy birthday. May all your wishes come true. Happy birthday. And finally, happy birthday to you inside gift packages. And there are coordinating dies available for the 3 candles and that last stamp with the happy birthday to you. And there's the 3 candles. The final set I wanted to show you is called Costume Fiona. If you are a follower of Your Next Stamp, you know how popular the Fiona stamps have been throughout the years. It's like dress up Fiona. So you have 2 little costumes here and then 2 faces that you can add in behind. Now there are coordinating dies available, and the dies for the bodies or the costumes, they also cut that opening out and you put the face in behind it. You can also mount the face on top, and you can dress Fiona as a critter. So if you wanted to make a little puppy dog, there's one ear and the other ear, and they, like paper dolls, you die cut them out with the coordinating dies, add the ears in behind, and now you have little puppy dog ears. There is a tail. You can choose your face to put in the opening, and then there's whiskers. There's also a little bee, and that's what I used for my card sample that I'm going to share shortly. You can make a dragonfly, you can make a butterfly, you can make a teddy bear or a kitty cat by combining all of the things. And then there's antenna for the bee, the butterfly, or the dragonfly. So it's going to be really fun, and you can create a whole variety of Fiona images for your cards with one stamp set and the coordinating dies. The sentiments are, you are possum and you are one of a kind. Before I get into the card samples, there's more product to show you. Your Next Stamp is also releasing stencils with this release. Stencils are so versatile. You can use a sponge dauber to add color or blending brushes. You can use embossing pastes, glitter pastes. You can add spackling for texture. There's just such a range of techniques you can use with stencils, and they store so nice and flat. To show you the stencils, the first one is birthday confetti, and you can see here we have balloons and confetti, and then there is simple circle stencil, which is a completely generic circle. You can use it for pretty much any occasion, and the joy of stencils is you get to choose your colors. The Geo Fun stencil, a really fun pattern on that one. Fruit slices. This is going to be a really fun one to work with the new crafty cocktails. So fruit slices and triangles. And then an amazing puffy cloud stencil. And it has 2 different cloud edges on it, as well as clouds that you can just sprinkle around your project. The design team has been going crazy using the new stencils, and Your Next Stamp is releasing 2 new sets of gumdrops. I love the Your Next Stamp gumdrops, and I add them on so many of my cards. So this set here, I don't know the names of them yet, but they will be on the website, and that will be linked in the description box below. This set has colors that are going to be so perfect for the upcoming season. And then greens and blues. This one has my heart, I have to tell you. So more fun products being released today at Your Next Stamp. And I'll put these away and show you some card samples. So my first card is a birthday card using a bunch of new release items. I die cut the mini slim sprinkles using metallic, kind of an ombre metallic card. And then that was adhered right to the front of my mini slimline card, which measures 3 1/4 by 6 1/4 and fits inside a number 8 envelope or a 6 3/4 inch envelope. I used the birthday confetti stencil and sponge daubers to create the pattern on the envelope, which is still light enough to write an address on. And then I also used it inside. The stitched panel is from the previously released mini slim stitched panel dies. That fun sentiment is from the new birthday greetings. And then of course there is the birthday Nomi. So I used this gnome here with the make some noise and the coordinating die and some pixie dust gumdrops. My next card is one that I made to send to one of our grandsons for Happy Mail. It's another mini slimline card that measures 3 1/4 by 6 1/4, fits in that number 8 or 6 3/4 inch envelope. I used the Puffy Clouds stencil on the envelope, and to create my whole background here, I used a previously released grass tuft die for the background. And then here's where I die cut the star circle frame from my panel and then added the sentiment strip over that. And I backed my panel with yellow cardstock to make the stars stand out. And the stitched puffy clouds are also from Your Next Stamp. Inside there's more of the puffy cloud stencils. I used the mini slim stitched panel dies to cut out my rectangles. I really like the stitch detail that gives. And then this is where I used the stencil, the cutaway piece. So I put that on, used sponge daubers with yellow ink, and applied that so it's completely flat, and stamped a Your Next Stamp sentiment inside. So there's another card using the new release. Next up, I wanted to show you a Costume Fiona card. So I used the Geo Fun stencil on the envelope and inside the card. It's another mini slimline card, and I used the mini slim stitched panels for my stitched rectangle. The honeycomb is Your Next Stamp's honeycomb die set. I cut it from yellow cardstock. Here's my little Fiona in a bee costume. I also used a mini action wobble to attach her to the card. Inside there's more stenciling. That's card number 3. And finally, I have an A2 sized birthday card using that Make-A-Wish wrapping paper. I used white heat embossing and then sprinkled it with pigment powder. Think Brusho, Ken Oliver's Color Burst, You can use dye ink watercolors. You can use whatever you want. It's very random. Spritzed it with water, watch the color spread, let it dry. A Your Next Stamp wavy stitch circle cut out of vellum. And here's where you can see how beautiful that Make-A-Wish is when it's heat embossed. Because of the nice bold font, it's still very clear and easy to read. There are more gumdrops added from Your Next Stamp, and inside is a pop-up. And that's where I used the sentiment from Birthday Greetings. So I'm sharing this card here. I haven't posted it on my blog yet, but I will have links to a tutorial on how to make a pop-up when I post that card next week. And then some more samples to show you how versatile the Make-A-Wish is. Here I've heat embossed it with a pale pink embossing powder, so very quick and easy. When I had the stamp out and the embossing ink out, I just made a couple of backgrounds. So this one will be ready for a card front. This is an A2 sized panel, so you can see the size of the stamp. This was done the same way, white heat embossing, just different colors of pigment powders that I used, and they're kind of sparkly, which is fun. And then one on black with sparkle embossing powder. So the Make-A-Wish wrapping paper is a very versatile stamp. You get to choose the colors and how you're going to end up using that background. I hope you've enjoyed seeing everything that is available in this fun new release from Your Next Stamp. Everything is available for purchase now, and the link is in the description box below. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to see more, and that's it for me today.